ITV. Come on in.
If you're unhappy with your appearance, you could change it. If it affects your confidence, you could overcome it. If it makes you feel self-conscious, you could take control with cosmetic surgery or dentistry from the hospital group. So if other self-improvement methods haven't worked, talk to the experts. And just like thousands of others, start seeing the new you. Find out more today at thehospitalgroup.org.
It wasn't so long ago that this lot were feeling a little poorly. But now they've bounced back to their adorable selves. It's all thanks to Calpol, children's medicine specialist. Whether it's pain and fever, cough, a bunged-up little nose, or teething, you'll find a product from the Calpol family to help.
Blinkbox Music sponsors the big reunion.
The big reunion is back, and 6 bands from the 90s and noughties are reuniting to perform at a monumental pop extravaganza.
Whoa, you know, do we really want to do this?
Nothing compares to being out there on stage in front of 20,000. Nothing comes close.
But after more than a decade apart, will it be a regrettable shambles?
We've all got bad backs, you know, dodgy knees. It's going to be terrible.
I have no idea what we are going to look like as a band, and that scares the shit out of me.
This is the big reunion.
I always felt like there should be that happy ending, that here's the grand finale.
Previously on the big reunion, Girl Thing crashed and burned.
Everything around us was a rip-off of the Spice Girls.
When it didn't go to #1, it was like somebody died.
Why is this happening to me? All I want to do is be on stage performing.
I've been given this second chance to change things. This has got to work for me.
And damage bared their souls.
If I had stayed with the boys, I think the spiral would have been uncontrollable.
He just walked out. He left us with a lot of debt.
Corey got away scot-free on that. I'm still paying that debt today.
This week under the spotlight, it's A1 and Eternal.
I don't think that their behaviour was kind. I was on my own and I felt like they had each other.
If you haven't got anything good to say nothing. So there you go, hence the Bennett silence for over 15 years.
Unfortunately, 4 young girls got squashed to death at the signing.
If we hadn't been there, those people would still be alive.
First up, it's Golden Girl group Eternal, who smashed the charts with hit after hit, selling a whopping 10 million records all over the world. They were the first female band to sell 1 million copies of their debut album in the UK, which spawned 6 hit singles and was nominated for a Brit Award. Their tally of 15 top 20 hits included one huge Mobo award-winning #1 single. Now, Esther, Vernie and Kelly are back and hoping to pick up where they left off. But it was back in 1992 that 4 girls were brought together by a producer who spotted a gap in the market for a female vocal group and took to the London club scene in search of talent.
I used to go to a club called Singers in town, performed or watched other performers, and then I dragged V along.
Found me singing in a nightclub.
And he was just basically looking for a 4-girl band group at the time.
He said he had another girl, which was Louise, and he wanted to put us in a band.
We got on really well at the beginning. It was more so sort of myself and Louise introduced us to Kelly.
And Eternal was born.
Louise and Kelly were friends who'd been to stage school together, but Kelly's first meeting with the sisters was rather tense.
The girls just seemed quite standoffish. I remember just looking at Lou thinking, oh, you know, have I done something here, or is there something I don't know?
We had been a three-piece for a bit before Kelly came on, so we'd kind of all gotten on, and then we had another member brought in.
I talked to Lou about it, and I was like, is it me, or is this, you know, is this a bit hostile? I'm not really sure what's happening here.
I think when Kelly entered the group, she didn't feel that this was the group for her, and there's nothing nobody else can do about that.
For her, she may have felt a bit on the back foot because she's the last piece joining in.
I was thinking, oh, maybe the dynamic's already there, and, you know, I'm a new person coming in, and, you know, you're kind of thinking of all different reasons for it.
Maybe she did feel a bit sort of frosty, possibly, but it was oblivious to me at the time.
Stay, stay, stay with me tonight.
Despite the icy start, the combination proved a smash as their debut single rocketed to the upper reaches of the early 90s hit parade.
Our faces when we heard our name on the radio was just, it was amazing.
We were just jumping around screaming and going, oh my God, our record's on the radio!
That's when the fun began.
This year's Best New Act.
It was a very exciting time. We went from no one's to someone's in like 5 minutes.
I'd just like to thank all of you for your support, and thank God. Thank you very much.
At that age, you're just like, wow.
Our album has sold 1.2 million. Thank you.
It really was a roller coaster. You would be flying off on the private jet here, landing in the latest party in the park, in a helicopter.
It was a whirlwind. We were just never home, and there were 2 or 3 TVs to do in one day.
Bernie, Esther, Louise and Kelly.
Hello, nice to see you all.
Hi. Hi. The excitement of it, the whole buzz kind of catapulted from there, releasing single after single after single.
The foursome were in demand across the planet.
First, we'd go into a radio station and they'd play the song, go, oh, we have Eternal, and then we'd sort of say, hi, how you doing, and hello, and they'd go, oh, you're English? We'd say, yeah.
But while fans loved the group, they came up against distasteful attitudes from others.
In America, when we were recording, they were like, what's the white girl doing?
Southern states, they'd go, oh, well, that's not right.
In South Africa, it's a different spin again. It's like, oh, well, they can't sit on that table, but Louise can sit on that table.
Even at home in the UK, the band couldn't escape the race issue.
We did have a few challenges here, and we had to fight a lot harder to do certain things, certain TVs or certain magazines.
We can't have you on the front cover. Black people don't sell newspapers or magazines, so the answer's no.
Coming up, the groups enter meltdown mode with battling egos.
Ben always loved to be in the center of attention.
And he went, that slapped me.
I was aware that something would have to give along the way. It just wasn't going to be me.
And volatile departures.
It was devastating to lose a band member.
Well, I figured the ship was sinking, so I thought I'd better get off. That's what he said.
Blinkbox Music sponsors the big reunion.
This year,
Who's in the mood to plunder?
the secret of Neverland's biggest legend
Pirates.
begins with the smallest pirate ever.
Oh, me hearties.
The Pirate Fairy.
Disney presents
She's going to make the whole ship fly!
We have to get that done. Hot spot. You don't see that every day.
Tinkerbell and the Pirate Fairy.
You gotta love the boots.
In life, you cannot always choose what you do, but you can always choose who you are. We are the Sappers. With every brace and every cufflink, we say, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Blinkbox Music